I think this is going to be the last of our really short videos. I think start with 9. We're going to be a little longer. I really think I spoiled you. You're going to come in after that next 15-minute one and be like, oh, it was so long. But come on now. I'm making this really easy for you here before we get into some more difficult topics. And nothing's that crazy, though. Solving for unknown angles in a triangle. Lesson number 8. So now we move into, again, this is our last lesson on unknown angles, and these are going to be angles inside of a triangle. We have some vocabulary here. I don't want to bore you. Just read it over. Take some time to read it over. You got to know what the interior of a triangle is. That's basically the inside of the triangle. So the angles on the inside of the triangle are called interior angles. So let me draw a diagram for you real quick here, what they're talking about. So here's a triangle, right? Okay. The blue, anything inside, any angles in here. So change to red. So 1, 2, 3. The blue is the interior. The red are the interior angles, and then the green is the exterior angle. Okay, because you can have an exterior angle. So that's called an exterior angle. Okay, the red are the interior angles. All right, that's what they're basically saying here. Base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. So if you have an isosceles triangle, that's when two sides are equal, and then the base angles are also equal. We reviewed that already earlier in lesson number 0. And each angle of an equilateral triangle measures 60. There's some things that you should already know. Isosceles triangle, when at least two sides are equal in length, that basically comes from above. Interior angles, exterior angles. So that picture I drew kind of goes more towards this right here. Okay, so picture above, pick above. All right. So 2 examples, and then we're going to be done. All right, so find the value of h. All right, so how are we going to do this? How are we going to find the value of h? I know this angle is 72. I know this angle is 30. I know this angle is 25. So what can we do to figure out angle h? All right, so, well, we can draw an auxiliary line. Okay, so we can make... we can extend this right here and make it into 2 triangles. Okay. The reason why I'd want to do that is because I know the 3 angles of a triangle add up to 180. So the 72 and 25, I know this angle right here is going to be whatever 72 plus 25 is, take away from 180. 72 and 25 is 97, right? So you do 180 minus 97, and that's going to be 83. All right, so I know this angle here is going to be 83. I'll just do it in black. I know this angle here is 83. So, and then see how these 2 angles right here create the straight line? So they have to add up to 180. So this angle here, that angle right there inside the triangle, must be 97. Must be 97. And then if that's 97 and that's 30, 97 and 30 is 127. 180 minus 127 is going to be 53. So I know this angle right here is 53. This angle right here is 53, and h and 53 and angle h have to add up to 180. They're all supplementary. They're linear pairs. Remember, 2 angles right next to each other forming that straight line are linear pairs. So I have a linear pair right here, 83 and 97, and then I have a linear pair here, 53 and h. So 53 plus h has to add up to 180. Okay, subtract 53, and that's 127. So I know h is 127. Okay, so h must be 127. And that there's other ways to do it. You could have drawn it this way. You could have drawn your auxiliary line right here, and then done the same thing with this triangle, and then got that angle, and then they got that angle, and then got that angle. So the nice part about geometry is there's usually more than one way to do it. And just because I saw it one way, you might have saw it a different way. And that's why the time in class is very important, because I'm going to come around, you're going to be like, Mr. Ventry, I did it this way, we did it this way, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm going to be like, yeah, that works too, okay? So that's kind of cool. This one here is practicing the exterior angle theorem from above, okay? There's a theorem that you should have learned, and maybe you didn't, but these two angles, these are called the remote interior angles, these two here. They're the interior angles that are not next to the exterior. See how you have an exterior angle right here? This 10x minus 20 is exterior. The one next to that is not remote. Okay, remote means away from. When you add up the remote interior angles, it should equal the exterior angle. So that's what we're going to do here. 5x minus 3. I'm going to extend the page a little bit. 5x minus 3 plus 4x minus 2. That's got to equal 10x minus 20. Okay? So this gives you 9x minus 5 equals 10x minus 20. Subtract 9x from both sides, and then add 20 to both sides. So we get 15 equals x. 15 equals x. So if x is 15, I can do 10 times x minus 20. So 10 times 15 minus 20. That's 150 minus 20, 130. Okay, so this right here is 130 degrees. So if the exterior angle is 130, the interior angle right next to it, that's a linear pair. So those have to add up to 180. So J must be 50, because J, I'll show the work, J plus 130 must equal 180. J plus 10x minus 20, which came out to be 130 up here, right? Okay, J plus 130 had to equal 180, so J must equal 50. And that's it. And we'll practice this kind of stuff, these missing angles inside of triangles, tomorrow in class. See you then.